Back to the ring now for news from NXT, as this week's show saw 2 injuries take place. The WWE NXT injury report said that Tony Nese was in pain following his loss to Kushida in the NXT Cruiserweight tournament, though Nese will have to pull himself together when he faces Drake Maverick next in the Round Robin tournament. NXT North American champion Keith Lee reportedly suffered a bruised larynx after an attack from Damian Priest just 1 week before the pair face off with the Limitless One's title on the line. We've got news from Monday Night Raw, as this week's show saw a very nasty bump during the Nia Jax vs. Kairi Sane match. During the match, the former Raw Women's Champion performed a buckle bomb to Sane, though the move saw Sane's head bounce off the bottom turnbuckle rather than her back hit the top pad. Online, fans were quick to criticize Jax for the botch, as she has a history of injuring opponents such as Becky Lynch in late 2018, and fans also tried to decipher what the Kabuki Warrior said shortly before the unfortunate botch. According to some, Sane said, "I'm not set," though other fans, fluent in Japanese, have claimed that Sane can be heard saying a word in her native tongue, which translates into English as, "let me go," as both she and Asuka trash talk in Japanese. Whatever Sane said, this is certainly an unfortunate situation, and it's very interesting that this has come up so shortly after Jax commented on standing up to WWE management over somebody injuring Alexa Bliss, reportedly Ronda Rousey. Whether Jax was referring to Rousey or not, this clearly isn't a good situation for anyone involved, and fans don't want to see any more incidents like this doing the rounds. From 2 former women's champions to another now, as it's been a while since Paige wrestled in WWE, but the former WWE Divas champion certainly had an interesting time traveling during her career. While appearing on A Little Late with Lily Singh alongside Alexa Bliss and Natalya, Paige brought up the time she got some flack from TSA, who didn't appreciate her spiked ring jacket. She said, "They were all focused on my jacket. I had a crap ton of stones on it. Obviously, there's a lot of metal. The woman pulls it out and she's just like, 'What's this?' I'm like, 'It's my jacket.' And she's like, 'That's a very spiky jacket. Are you gonna use it as a weapon? You think I'm gonna come on the plane and just start attacking people with my jacket?' We literally had a crowd of people inspecting my jacket. I said, 'I promise you I'm not using this as a weapon. I actually wear this thing.'" Well, a quick Google search would probably have saved Paige a lot of trouble, and it's interesting that every elaborate costume worn by WWE superstars around the world had to pass through airport security first. Speaking of Money in the Bank, this year's show will see the 2 titular matches presented in a cinematic style, and according to the Pro Wrestling Sheet, this won't be the last time WWE uses this format. Ryan Satin reports that during the investors' call, Vince McMahon confirmed plans to do more cinematic matches, which will be good news for those who enjoyed the Firefly Funhouse and Boneyard matches at WrestleMania. McMahon himself described this situation as taking advantage of a challenging environment, and it'll be interesting to see what cinematic matches the WWE has in store, especially as we approach SummerSlam. We've got some news from SmackDown now, as Dolph Ziggler has enlisted an unlikely ally to try and win back Mandy Rose. On Twitter, the show-off posted a video of Hornswoggle telling the Golden Goddess how swell Ziggler is, though given that this is a paid cameo video, Mandy should take what the former Cruiserweight champion is saying with a pinch of salt. Describing Dolph as the Justin to Mandy's Brittany and the Zach Morris to her Kelly Kapowski, Hornswoggle certainly tried his best, though it looks like the Golden Goddess is happy with Otis for the time being.
Mandy, you need to think about this. You need Dolph in your life. Dolph is the Justin to your Brittany, the Zach Morris to your Kelly Kapowski. You guys are perfect together. Dolph is beloved by the WWE locker room, by The Office, by almost half of the WWE Universe back in 2013, but you need to give him another chance. You guys are made for each other. Take back Dolph.
Back to NXT now, and this week saw Drake Maverick lose to Jake Atlas, but the former superstar received some words of encouragement from Atlas himself. After commenting on how he's fighting for his mom, sister, and family, Atlas said he sees Maverick is fighting too, and told the recently released superstar to keep his head up high. Maverick thanked Atlas for his encouraging words, and the fact that WWE are paying a lot of attention to Drake after he was fired has got people talking. During Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer commented on Maverick's situation and compared him to Sarah Logan, who was referenced on Raw's commentary this week despite being released last Wednesday. He said, as of this afternoon, he was under the same deal as Sarah Logan, as in they're gonna use them, but they're still fired. There were reportedly plans for Logan to be used on Raw this week, but that never transpired. But the fact that WWE is referencing both Maverick and the former Riot Squad member means that WWE fans may be seeing the pair be welcomed back to the company sooner rather than later. From WWE to AEW now, and though it's been many years since Cody has been allowed to use the Rhodes name, that may be changing very soon. Earlier this month, the former NWA Heavyweight Champion filed for the name Cody Rhodes, which WWE took ownership of in October 2009 on a decade-long deal. After the deal expired last year, WWE had a 6-month period to take ownership of the contract again, but have opted not to agree to take ownership of the Cody Rhodes name. And according to reports, Cody filed a copyright for the name the very same day that WWE's 6-month period expired. Since leaving WWE, the closest that Cody's been able to use the Rhodes name is by being described as Cody and Brandy Rhodes when entering the ring with his wife, but it looks like Cody may finally be able to use the name made famous by his father very soon. Back to WWE now, and this Friday's SmackDown will see the start of a special celebration for Triple H, and now fans have the chance to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the game in style. On WWE Shop, the company has released a special Triple H-themed championship, featuring the same plates the game captured during his first World Championship win in the summer of 1999. Featuring a custom strap based on Triple H's logo, as well as plenty of skulls befitting the Skull King, including his logo on the cloth bag it arrives in, this is the ultimate collector's item for any fan of the 14-time WWE World Champion. But at $500, fans may need a COO's salary to purchase this incredible piece of hardware. One man who knows all about capturing World Championship gold in WWE is The Rock, and though the People's Champion is considered one of the nicest people in Hollywood, he wasn't always that way. Speaking on an Instagram livestream, the Brahma Bull admitted that fame went to his head when he became a megastar in his 20s and explained how a couple who asked for his autograph changed his perspective on things. He said, "So I said, sure, yeah, absolutely, come on, sit down." And at that moment, their demeanor changed, their energy changed. They went from excited, and sorry but really excited, to then they felt bad. I have goosebumps now thinking about it. They said, "We're so sorry. You know what? Bad idea. The wife is hitting the husband. See, I told you we shouldn't come over." The most electrifying man in sports entertainment added that the couple were still apologizing as they were leaving, and added, "It took all of 30 seconds, not even 30 seconds, for me to realize that I had an opportunity to make somebody feel good, and I made them feel bad." Fortunately, The Rock was able to change his ways and is now known for being one of the nicest people, both in wrestling and in Hollywood. And we can only hope that the couple who helped the third-generation superstar change his ways one day find out exactly what they did. From one established legend of the WWE to a fresh face in the company, as last week's NXT saw Killer Kross debut on the final segment of the show. Now though, the former Impact Wrestling star is known as Karrion Kross, and this week has seen plenty of news about his new name. According to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, the name Karrion was actually Kross's idea, and while it relates to the decaying flesh of dead animals, it's a much more WWE-friendly name as opposed to Killer. This isn't the only significance for the Karrion name, as it's also related to Charon, the ferryman of Hades in Greek mythology, and Kross himself has a tattoo of the word Chiron on his back. Given Kross's actions on his debut on NXT, it seems likely that he'll be feuding with Tommaso Ciampa in the coming weeks, as the company clearly has big plans for Kross by putting him with the former NXT champion. Now we all know that one of the biggest rules in WWE is to never cross the boss, but another rule that should be obvious is to pay attention during creative meetings. This is a lesson Freddie Prinze Jr. learned the hard way, as after working as a WWE writer in 2007 to 2008, appeared on the New Day's podcast to speak about his experiences. On the show, the Scooby-Doo star revealed that he played World of Warcraft while on a conference call with WWE, but didn't expect his character to be heard by the chairman. He said, "My dwarf was in a raid. He was this dwarven priest, and I just was in the middle of my moment, so I wasn't thinking about the work call anymore. I was in my apartment, and so I hit the / charge, which is like an emoji for people who don't know. Only this one in particular, your dwarf would actually speak, and it was like this battle cry. So Vince said, 'What the hell was that?'" Prince eventually left WWE on his own accord, and now the movie star has plenty of free time to play the popular online game without Vince McMahon looking over his shoulder.